That's how you get habits when you're actually walking into the culture that you build every day.
Hey, I'm Jeremy with Northwest. We're continuing our series on helping you better your customer service. And today we're talking training. I'm joined by our corporate trainer, Taylor. This is an interesting one to me. When does good customer service actually start?
What people think is that customer service starts when we're on the phone for the first time with a client, which actually isn't true. Customer service starts on an employee's first day on the job, how they're welcomed into the company, and how they transition into their team. So the way you onboard, coach, support, and empower the people around you eventually translates into your customer service. So if you fail at the beginning, the clients are going to feel that too. Every business wants to have or claims to have good customer service, but it's not actually something that you can just ask your team to provide without defining and explaining what great actually looks like for the business and the clients perceiving it.
Customer service begins long before your employee answers their first phone call. By setting them up right on day one, you make for a better client experience as well. So how did you learn that customer experience comes from the culture and the team instead of just that single phone call?
This really came from understanding that the employees who were thriving weren't necessarily the ones that had the best onboarding. It's in the employees that actually have the support and empowerment from their coaches, from their peers, from good resources and good documentation after they've already left onboarding. So I realized that onboarding is really just the introduction to the employee meeting their team, meeting the company, understanding like everything about the business. But the true empowerment comes from the team. And that's how you get habits when you're actually walking into the culture that you build every day.
So what did you then change once you learned that?
Yeah, I actually started partnering with managers more closely to identify kind of the gaps that were happening in their teams, understand what training they needed when they were doing orientation and onboarding, what they needed to have afterwards, but really just having that close partnership with managers and talking to the people who are in it every day really helped me improve my process and understand the full life cycle of training and customer service as a whole.
By partnering with managers, we were able to make training a more complete process here at Northwest. Coming up, Taylor's going to explain how you can be proactive to avoid some potential growing pains with your team. It's wild to think about. Learning is a constant process, so training becomes more of a constant process. What advice would you give someone watching this video so that they can change what they're doing today to develop a more thorough training for their employees?
Yeah, I would say talk to each other, get your boots on the ground, go talk to all of your managers, talk to the employees. It shouldn't stop after somebody's done with onboarding or orientation. You should be continuously having those check-ins with your teammates and with all of your teams, especially as your company grows, to make sure that you're all on the same page, that your customer service reps are telling the clients the same answers when they have the same questions, and that you can really start filling those gaps when they appear. It's really hard when a company grows so much and so quickly, but it happens. I would say communication is your best friend on all fronts so that all of the processes can be the same that they need.
Taylor, thank you. Communication is definitely our best friend. Thank you very much. Hey, if you have any tips for better communication in your company, drop them down in the comments below. We'll see you next time.